Hello and welcome to the Creative Kobold. Today I have a nice little package here from King Games. So this should be the Streets of Dunkeldorf Kickstarter pledge. You can see it's gotten a bit rough handling by the postal workers, but hopefully that hasn't damaged anything inside. So let's go ahead and open it. Oh, I think this looks to be our map, which I'm looking forward to. So, let's see what we have inside. First off, this is the very cool Moonument. The small shrine that is dedicated to the Mond Festival or Moon Festival in Dunkeldorf lore. Let's take this out of the bag. Now this is just beautiful. This is a resin piece, and you can see it's a stone monument, and there are all these vines growing on it with the roses on, and in all these rooms here there are different things placed. There's everything from skulls and some bones to flowers and candles and books. That is very, very nice. Also lots of stuff down on the base here as well. I am looking forward to painting this up. This is a really, really nice piece of terrain. They did send me 2 of these because my partner wanted one. Nice wreath there as well. So that was very nice of them. I do appreciate that a lot, thank you. And here we have some of those road signs. May have seen me showing those off earlier. This is the ones that have text already on it. So you have Struttenweg, Dunkelstrasse, Blumenstrasse, Mondstrasse, Mondplatz, and Dunkeldorf, of course. That's pretty awesome. These are very nice if you don't want to paint the text on freehand like I did, because you also get these without any text on it, just completely blank. So let's go through and see what else is here. Now here we go. Here are some very nice art prints. Now, I personally really enjoy the art style for Dunkeldorf. It's got this very rough style to it that I really like. Yeah, these are not from the streets of Dunkeldorf, but from the kingpin of Dunkeldorf. There's the kingpin himself. Very, very nice. I love her. She's awesome. And you may have seen me painting up this lady here. Okay, let's get into the miniatures. So here I believe we have the community miniatures. This actor, very, very nice. He's holding some sort of anthropomorphized moon, I guess. A crescent moon with a face on it. Looks really nice. I really like, you can see those poofed trousers there, and the arms, Also really like his hair there. So very, very medieval in a way. It's really fun to when you see these in the Kickstarter, you're like you see the pictures of them and such. Oh, this one looks really cool, and this one, and when you get them and see them up close, there are new things you discover about them. It just gives a completely different impression than what you get when you only see the pictures. So this is the Crazed Fisherman. He looks actually much better than I had expected. Like, speaking of, this one was actually looking to be one of my least favorites, but now I'm like, yeah, this actually looks pretty cool. That is awesome. He's in the middle of gutting this fish while giving you this crazed look, and his hair is all over the place. Love it. Here is a neat sculpt I really enjoy. This is a woman with 2 children, one toddler and one baby, and she looks really stressed out. She's not having a great time, and she seems to have a third one on the way. This is so nice. Like, this is a perfect mini to have in any sort of town setting. This is a kind of mini that just adds life to the scene. There's just something very real about it. Alright, so those were the community miniatures. Let's get into the main set. Oh, first and foremost, we have the early bird birds. So one of these comes in 2 pieces. So this is some sort of bird that is terrorizing Dunkeldorf. These two are very similar to each other, but they are slightly different. One has a small head growing out of its chest there, because it is mutating. And then eventually turns into this abomination right here. This 2-headed bird of terror. And one of them just has a tongue sticking out limply to the side there. This is amazing. I really like that they made the early bird bonus actual birds. Then we have the like the quest board, basically. This is another resin piece. Okay, I can't put it on quite yet because of this piece there that needs to be cut off, but this is a very, very nice looking board. Basically, they had done one of these notice boards in the first or second Kickstarter, but they wanted to do a better version of the notice board, so they made this. And you can see all the notices, all the papers hung up on this board. They are very, very easy to separate from the actual board itself, so this should be very easy to paint, which is very nice. Also got these couple of emblems, like a sun emblem and a moon emblem. Comes in 3 pieces. the board itself and the roof piece and the base. And should be very easy to put together. I think I would recommend painting this in 3 pieces actually. I think that's gonna make it very easy to paint. Yeah. So that is another very cool piece of terrain. Here we have some of the signposts. These are also resin. So these are the base with the post as one piece, and then the topper that you add on. And there are 3 different bases. You got the sun base, the moon base, and the star base. These are very, very nice, and there are 3 different toppers. So you can put them on in any way you like. So these are super awesome. I like these a lot. Now I have painted up a couple of these because I did get a preview earlier. However, something I didn't get to see before was what we are getting here, which is the same concept, but these are street lamps. So you have seemingly the same posts and bases. The sun one does have this little notice posted to it. Just a nice little detail. But here the toppers are instead for hanging lanterns. Now one of these has the same eagle topper, but for hanging lanterns. This is very, very nice. One of these is just very, very simple, as few details as possible, which is always nice because then you can use it as is or just add details of your own. And then there is the one with all the candles on top of it. And I definitely need to get more of these. I seriously, I need like several sets of these. So I'm gonna buy that eventually. So it's very nice to have these pieces of terrain. I always appreciate that. It's really nice to kind of add a lot of atmosphere to a scene. All these signposts and lamps. And you can also put signs on the lamps or lampposts, because it's basically the same, and it kind of makes sense to me to do that actually. At least for some of them. Next on we have the actual miniatures. This is a very nice guardsman. Really, really like his outfit there. Got a nice halberd. That's the kind of weapon I like to see for guards, spears and halberds. And he has a nice teddy bear on there. Either something he's found and is trying to bring back to somebody, or maybe a reminder for he needs to get back to his family. This is a nice little way of keeping himself reminded of them as he is working those late night shifts. Oh, and here we have a nice mini. This is, well, these are all nice minis, but this is the poet, and she is fantastic. I really, really like her. Like in the middle of a recital. As you can see, she comes in 2 parts. The arm with the poetry book as a separate piece. Here is a very nice one. We have a nice doggo. This one is also in 2 pieces because it is carrying 2 buckets. So this one is the Gong farmer dog. final addition to the Gong farmer family. I painted up the Gong farmer family. Consists of husband, wife, and child, as well as there being a pushcart and an actual bucket. And their dog is apparently also helping out, carrying buckets of poop. What a nice and loyal dog, and probably very, very stinky. I love that. This is the northerner. I don't remember his name, but he is a very cool one. He comes with 2 pieces on top of the main body here. One is for the hand, the right hand holding the hammer, and the other one is for his shield. So these should be easy enough to attach, though I think you could probably get away with not attaching the shield if you wanted to. So you have a little bit of option there. And here we have the Toymaker, and she is so cute. Such a awesome sculpt. I love this one. Christine Van Patten is the one who has sculpted this one, and she did a fabulous job. Now I've already gone on about this one in the other video, because she was one of the minis that they sent me in the preview package, and they were also very nice to send me a master copy of that. Here is another kind of guard-like miniature, though I think maybe she is more of an enforcer type character. Carrying a sword, wearing some heavy armor, and walking around with a flask, probably with some alcohol in it. Pretty badass. Can definitely see myself using this mini for several important NPCs. And here is one that I think may be one of my favorites after she was revealed in the Kickstarter. This is the Guards Captain, and I mean, her pose, her outfit, that amazing hat with all the large feathers, got an awesome halberd. The top of it comes as a separate piece, as you can see. That just needs to be slotted down there. Just fantastic miniature. Lots of lovely details as well. This one's gonna be a lot of fun to paint up. And here we have the Astronomer. And this one also turned out to be one of my favorites from the Kickstarter. Dunkeldorf really designs really cool characters. I love that. So she has this bag with what I assume are sort of like star charts. Got a nice star and moon on it. And the hands, partial arms, are a separate piece holding a telescope. And of course you got a sort of pointy hat, because all those in such professions needs a pointy hat. It is the law. And here we have another performer. This one seems to be more of a bard type. This is also Christine Van Patten. So he is playing the harp. He's got a nice sword on the belt there. And the harp he's got has this horse head sculpted to it. Has a nice little detail. This is also a very good bard miniature if you're playing a bard. Here we have the banker. This is a dwarf. I really like this miniature as well. Again, the large hat, huge mustache. And he's got this box hanging from chains around his neck, probably containing some valuables. Very, very nice. And this is the second Enforcer mini. Seems like like he could absolutely just be a guard enjoying a drink at the tavern, but he has this like sort of sly, intimidating look to his face. Says something's not quite right. He is not a good guy. Carrying a very nice mace. Got a dagger on his back there. And his hair slicked back. Very cool looking. And here we have my boy Max the Florist. Comes in 2 pieces. One for the left arm holding the bouquet. Now we had him in the preview, and this was the second one I also got a master copy of, which I have painted up. And there's probably going to be a full painting video for this guy. Just need to get it edited because it is recorded. So I'm not going to go into detail about this one because I have already done so, but it is an absolute amazing miniature. Here is the mercenary captain. Definitely seen some battle. Got this great sword, and he's just leaning on the floor there. Comes as a separate piece, and he's just having a drink, enjoying himself. Kind of reminds me of the Hound from Game of Thrones, which is pretty cool, though not quite the same, but reminiscent. It's a fun mini as well. Now here is another fantastic miniature that is like, I think you can find a lot of use for this guy. This is just a sleeping guard. He's sitting down and he is asleep. Absolutely amazing. Like, how many stories and how many scenes have you heard or seen or read with a guard that's fallen asleep, either from just being tired or from being drunk, so that the heroes can't sneak past? This is just a fantastic miniature to have. I love this. We are getting close to the end here. So we have the 3 mutant kids. These kids are like super cute, like creepy cute. They are mutants. So you can see this little guy has got an octopus tentacle instead of an arm, and it's got this weird huge foot on the left there. Meanwhile, this little girl has got a lobster claw for her left hand, and her left leg is kind of looks like a crab leg with no foot on it, and her face seems to have something on it as well. Then this guy, obviously he's got something going on with his foot there, and he's got these huge lumps on his head there, which does not look great at all. Poor guy. These are very, very creepy cute. I like them a lot. And now for some of the tinier pieces. So here we have a bunch of toys for the Toymaker's toy shop. Got some building blocks. Got a cute teddy bear, a rabbit plush. Got another plush figure which is like a parrot. And we have this kind of clown-like toy. There is what seems like a sailing ship with wheels on it. Another plush toy. And a jester doll, which is kind of creepy. So we know you can set up those horror scenes. Can definitely do something like that. Another version of that same plush we saw earlier, or two of those actually, one for the big frog-like thing and one for the parrot-like plush, and they now seem to have gotten the royal treatment. Then we have a basket full of flowers. Then we have a bunch of books, which is always nice. We have the tiny chest that is around the dwarven banker's neck, hanging from the chains around his neck. And finally we have this little frog, which is, or kind of huge frog, and it's gotten a sort of makeshift crown as well. This is the pet for one of the mutant kids. These are all fantastic pieces. So that was a very fun Kickstarter. I'm really looking forward to their next one already. Dunkeldorf Kickstarters are always very nice. There are so many cool characters they come up with. Now let's just end this with a nice look at the Mondplatz. This is a beautiful map. Absolutely amazing. And there are so many details here. And the Prancing Peacock Inn, which is the inn from their second Kickstarter. Absolutely amazing. Lovely art, lovely maps. And this one is even more functional. Just have a tavern setup. This is perfect. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out King Games. There's a link in the description. I highly recommend you get some of these Dunkeldorf minis because they are really high quality and some of the most characterful miniatures I've ever seen. There is so much character to these sculpts, and you don't really get that a lot. So highly recommend you do that. Anyway, this has been the Creative Kobold, and I'll see you in the next video.